Hi, I made it. Thanks for joining me today. This is Candy Michael from Powell, Ohio. And today I'm going to show you a two-page layout, scrapbook page for your sports fan. And it's using Stampin' Up's, I have my little cheat sheet here. Actually, my book's right in front of me. It's using Stampin' Up's Hey Sports Fan Suite, and Your Biggest Fan bundle is in that suite, along with some other really cute stuff. So I'm trying to find my little notes here, and I put them across the room. But thanks for joining me. Let me flip the camera around and get you started. Hi, Carol. Okay. And Donna, hi. Are you guys scrapbookers? Let me know if you love to scrapbook. Okay, I hope so, because I am super excited, and I've actually started scrapbooking long before I ever started making cards. So this is super exciting. Hold on one second. No, it's right out the door. Oh, for Kathleen. Hold on, everybody going live. I forgot to put my kits out. Sorry, guys, I totally forgot to put these on the porch. I thought you were the other lady picking something up. Thanks, honey. Okay, I'm back. Oh, candy. Never a dull moment. I'm doing a class on Saturday, and I was supposed to have porch pickup and leave the kits on the porch, and I left the box in the other room. So anyway, here I am. Hi, Twilla. Thanks for joining me. So today I'm going to be using the stamp set called Your Biggest Fan, and this is actually a bundle, and it's super cute. I added the extra magnet in here, of course, but it's our photopolymer stamps. And I am going to show you some just super fun ideas of what to do. And I did actually use hats off also. I used the die for the hat, and then I used the Stamp Life is Great. So you'll see those in just a little bit. I will be die cutting a little bit of stuff, and not too much. I die cut a lot of it beforehand. But hi, Linda, welcome. So our designer series paper that Stampin' Up has with this whole suite is called Hey Sports Fan, Hey Sports Fans, and it's 12 by 12 paper, and you will see an assortment of different pieces that I've used throughout the pages, but these are really cool. They have these pieces in here that do match up to some of the dies that we have. So for instance, some of these tickets, you can die cut them out. So what I did was I just took my scissors and cut like chunks of these out so that they'll fit through my die cutting and embossing machine. So I just cut out chunks and then die cut pretty much everything. Actually, let me show you what I did, because this was really cool. If you're an avid scrapbooker or even a card maker, you can do all sorts of stuff with it. So what I did was I cut them out, but I didn't die cut them out yet. So they're sitting here to be die cut, but I left enough room around all of them so that I can run them through the machine. And then I sorted them out by, somehow by color. But anyway, so you'll see I have mostly, a couple of them are in the wrong spot. There it goes. But I had all of the poppy, because this is Poppy Parade colors. And then I put all the blues together, and I just stuck them in this little bin so that I can kind of pick and pull. Because on these, you're going to only find, like, say, for instance, this play ball. There's only this one piece is only on this sheet one time. You do get 2 sheets of the 12 by 12, so you will have 2 in the pack of paper. But you get the idea. It doesn't really matter. You can certainly mix them all up. And that's what I have done. Same with this one. Now, so this piece has this die, and it has this die that also matches up, the smaller ticket die, and that will match up on the other ones. So it's really cool. This whole sheet will cut out with both of these dies. this one with the flag, or the banner, I should say. The banner, so this piece here will fit with this die. So I love how Stampin' Up! Is doing that, how they're matching up the dies and the DSP together. But we do not have a die for this one, and I simply did a super easy fussy cut out. So again, I just kind of went through around all of these, and you can die cut whichever ones you want and then just fussy cut the other ones. You could fussy cut these too, but why would you do that when you have a die, right? So let me show you what I made, and then I'm going to remake it and then make it come to life at the end with all of my photos, because I have everything ready, and I am a scrapbooker at heart. Hi, Catherine. And I love anything with photos. I love taking photos, and it is just definitely my thing to do. So let me pull this up a little higher, because these pages are big. They're 12 by 12. I'm sorry if I have other stuff sticking in here, but that's all right. My table's only so big. All right, so here is page number 1. And in a second here, I will show you how I put it all together. And it's really fun. This particular bundle has some fun die cuts. Like this one, I'll show you. I'm going to use this again because I'm going to recreate it. But how you can make like a different, you could just use the opposite and use the outline of the yellow and then put the green letters in and vice versa. So very, very simply. And then here is the second page that would go with that. Isn't that cute? So my 2-page spread, if we can see it here in the camera, is, let's see, I may even have to pull it up higher. There we go. What do you guys think? Is that too high, or does that look better that you can kind of see the whole page? I think I like that better. So I'm going to leave it like that. Let's see. I just think you'll have a better range of seeing this. Now, when you buy the Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper, it will come packaged, and they always have a nice piece of cardboard in there to make sure your paper doesn't get bent when it's shipping and when they are shipping it. But on the back of every one of these now, let's see if you can see that. On the backs of these, they put the colors that are in the designer paper. So this one says Bumblebee, Evening, Evergreen, Night of Navy, and Poppy Parade. So that's how I knew what colors I wanted to work with. And I love that they do that. And actually in the catalog itself, so this is shown on page 68 and 69, but in the catalog itself, they will also show you down here the different colors that are being used in that pack of designer paper. Now, it didn't say vanilla or white, but I found that the white did not work with this the way I wanted it. It just didn't look right. So I did end up using vanilla cardstock as I went along. My base is Night of Navy. Love blue. So I'm very happy. But it goes so well with this because that is definitely one of the colors that we have to use. And let me see what else. And then just the random different colors, like I said, that were in the pack. You'll see the Poppy Parade, the Evening Evergreen, and some Bumblebee. So let me go ahead and start off with page number 1. I'm going to show you just simply how I put this together. And if some of you are really good about seeing something and copying, then I know you would be able to do that yourself. But I'm just going to show you some of the little tips and tricks that I did on it, because I think that will be very, very helpful. So this is what I'm calling my left page. And I have everything cut and I have it die cut. And all I have to do is simply glue it together. So I'm going to move that out of my way and then get my glue and get gluing. So I die cut out all the little tickets. These are so adorable. This whole set is so cute. And I was talking to some of the ladies that are going to come for my club, and I do cards and scrapbooking club here locally in Powell. And I was asking them, like, give me a theme of something to work with. What do you guys have a lot of pictures of? And they said, oh, ball games and, sports events, concerts. You could even use some of these tickets for concerts. So I tried to keep that in mind when I did this and wanted it to be a little more broad of what they could use it for, what pictures they might have. So I started off, and you guys, all my measurements will be on my website, candystampers.com. And I promise you, I wrote them all out. That's what I was looking for earlier because it's my little cheat sheet. But I wrote them all out, and I will type them in right after my live for you. This I do know is 1 3/4 inches wide. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and glue this down. I know what I wanted to do too, is put a piece of white behind this, because you guys aren't going to really be able to see that well because this cardstock is very dark. So hopefully this will help it kind of pop off of my table a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I have this very cool multi-liquid glue. And by the way, I have some of these for sale as well, the little holders. My son made them, and I have them along with the glue for sale. And you can simply PM me, private message me, and I am happy to get that to you. Or you can email me. You can find my email on my website. You can contact me there. You can also, while you're there, you can sign up for my newsletters. And, oops. That's a lot of glue. I just opened this bottle and it has like a little air bubble. So this is the back side of that paper. Isn't that cool? Kind of reminds me of the old photos. If you have old photos of any of our parents and stuff that maybe played baseball back in the day, like my dad's in his 90s and he played football. I don't know that he ever played baseball. I'll have to ask him. But he, if I had any old pictures, I know there's old pictures of him playing football. I've seen some of those. And I have some of those. But I don't know about baseball. Anyways, I did this right to the edge. And then I left a little bit of a line here so that I can kind of see the blue in the background. Very simple. So next what I wanted to do is I know for sure these pieces are 4x6. When you get your pictures, they are 4x6. So all you would simply have to do is cut 1/4 off of one side and 1/4 off of the long side here. And it would be very easy for you to just mat your photo with this. I like to do this when I do a layout, and especially for my classes because they don't bring their pictures with them. But what I like to do is give them the mats so that they can visualize where everything is going to go. So this is going to be what the layout's going to look like. And I did have this piece overlap just a smidge. Just a smidge. And then this one. And then I have a piece of the bumblebee cardstock. This is going to go up here. Now, you're going to notice that on a couple of these things like this one, I did overlap it onto the vanilla, and the picture will simply tuck under. So keep that in mind, that when I'm gluing everything down, I'm not going to put the glue right at the edge. I'm going to come in a little bit so that I have room to slide the picture under. You can always cut your mat smaller, but I really liked the way all of that looked. So let's go ahead and glue this on first. And so again, I was asking, do you do any scrapbooking? Let me know, yes or no. Do you want to start scrapbooking? Yes or no? Have you thought about it? Because I'll tell you what, I want people to get back into getting those pictures like off our phones and get those memories to share with your families. Nobody, we all have these stories to tell, and we need to tell them. And photographs say so much, so much. There are so many really old pictures at my parents' house that were of my mom and dad, and they were born back in the 20s, early 20s. Well, no, not early 20s, mid 20s, I guess. And my mom would be saying if she was still alive. I wasn't born in the early 20s. I know she's listening right now from heaven and saying, I was born in the later 20s. You know, that makes a big difference. Okay, so then I used the evergreen with the polka dots, and on the opposite side, it has like this, I'll call it like a big sunshine piece, but I used the polka dots. I wanted some more color on here, and I just layered this right on top. And these are some like 1/4 inch cuts, so there's no 1/8 cuts on these. Can be. I'm sitting down and I can't really see it, so I'm just kind of willy-nillying it. All right, next what I want to do is glue down the rest of my mats, and the next one I'll just do this one, and this one doesn't have anything overlapping, so I can put glue. And using this glue, you do not want to get too closely to the edge, because I talk often about the smush factor, and we do not want this glue coming out from underneath. So I do like to not put it too closely to the edge. So most of when I first started, most of my friends were all big scrapbookers. It was way back in the day, back in when my son was just born, and he just turned 31, so just a few years ago. And scrapbooking was really kind of well, it's always been out there. I've seen old scrapbooks that my grandma had made, but kind of the newer style scrapbooking had come out, and there were a couple other companies out there that were selling it. And then Stampin' Up started in 1989, mostly doing cards, but they got into the scrapbooking craze as well. And I was so excited because, like I said, that was always like my first true love, taking pictures. And when I take the pictures, I dream, and I know most of you that are scrapbookers dream of what the page layout will be for those photos. And or if you've been out at a crop, you will create a page and then go get those pictures and make sure you take them. That's how we do it. All right, so the next thing I did is they have this cute little banner die. So I cut them out of the poppy, the navy, and the bumblebee. These are going to get popped up, and I'm going to just use, oh, let's see, I guess I can use my bigger dimensionals. These are the black dimensionals, and most of this cardstock is very dark, so it's not going to matter exactly if I put white ones on or black ones. So I'll just go with this. And then I want to use this one. So I'm kind of going slowly because I have to remember these are going to layer on top. I'm going to show you what it looks like. These are going to layer like this. So I'm kind of making sure that that dimensional I just put down won't be in the way. But if it is, I'll fix it. There's always a fix. So we're going to start with the poppy. I almost said red, but it's poppy. We're going to do the poppy. The navy will come right underneath it. And then this one is the one I was worried if it's going to fit with those other dimensionals. So if it doesn't, I'm going to do a quick trim because I have to avoid that dimensional. Hopefully I didn't cut that too big, too small. And see, I made it work. And it can be a little longer. That's fine. Yay. Okay, so next I want to cut my my piece here like this. So I have a piece of Bumblebee cardstock and Night of Navy ink right here. I am going to take my Bumblebee piece and stamp, stamp, stamp. Where did I put you? It's right at my elbow. That's why I couldn't see it. So again, these are photopolymer stamps and they work very nicely. It's nice that you can see through these, especially if you're trying to line them up, maybe with some words inside or something like that. So I guess I could put it on straight on my block. Now these stamps, excuse me, are big, and I am using our bigger block. That's the E. In case you didn't know, Stampin' Up has labeled all of our blocks, and they're always etched on the side. It's hard to see that, I'm sure, in the camera, but this is a block E. A smaller one here is a block B. So a lot of people don't realize that when you're looking in the catalog, you're like, do I have that one? They're marked. You just have to go find it on your, or find your block and then check it out. You can always have two. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stamp this, and I'll die cut it out in a minute. Yay. Actually, we'll die cut that out right now. And my little glue holder. And then I love this little machine. This is our mini die cutting machine. If you guys don't have this yet, oh my God. I know I always use the other one that we used to sell. And I'll tell you what, this is so handy. I actually just took this out with me to California, and it was super handy to have because it traveled well in my suitcase. Super, super easy. It does not have the magnetic plate. And so you can always use a piece of like something that's not too sticky, like a masking tape or a Post-it note. But I am just going to wing it. And I have a tip for you. As soon as I run this through, I'm going to tell you what that is. Oops. Let me get myself some room here. You have to use your muscles. Oh, there you go. So one of the tips when you're using this machine, the smaller one and the bigger one, I've heard a couple people ask in different areas. So I just want to show you and explain very quickly. When you're using this machine, you cannot put it through with everything butted up like that. So what I mean by that is you want to feather them back. You always want to, of course, cover your white piece or your base, but you're going to want to feather it back like that so it's not butted up to the edge. So feather it back. Then you would stamp your image, put it on here to be die cut, put this down, and then the other problem is you do not want this way up at the top. If it's too thick here, it has a problem going through the machine. So just bring it back to the middle more or a little bit lower. And then when you put your last cover piece on, your last plate, feather it back again. And it'll run through without any problem at all. I know a few people have contacted me and asked me about that. So just make sure everything's feathered back and move your die back. If it's too far forward, it's just too thick. Hopefully that's a helpful little tip for you. Okay, so the next thing, oh my God, I'm throwing everything around here. So the next thing that I need to do is... we want to cut out our center pieces. So I already have, like I said, I have them already chopped off from the paper, but now I'm just going to find a piece that I can die cut out while I have the machine out. So both of these are using that smaller ticket die. So if I can go with something that is yellow, and there's so many cute ones, I guess I could use one that goes in this direction. Oh, I'll use the yellow Game 7, excuse me, and just kind of reverse it from the other one I had. And then I'll use the green one of that. So we'll die cut that out really fast and give you another little presentation on using that. Do you guys have this machine? Let me know if you have this machine. I love it. It is super handy, and even at my classes I can put it on the table. Okay, so here's another tip when you're lining this up, because this one doesn't, you really can't see where it goes. So I just use that little scoop out and just pulled it all the way up to where I don't see the green anymore. And put that down, and then I hold my breath, make sure it's straight. And hopefully it is. Look at, I have such a mess here. Everything is spinning on me. And there we go. Let's see the unveiling, please. Hey, look. Pretty good, huh? I'm happy with that one. Let's see, we'll go for number 2. And then we're just going to line this up, hoping you guys can see this. This one's a little harder because this paper is very faint where those little notches are and the little cute little scallops. But I can do this. That looks pretty okay. And I'm going to use it either way. So I have 2 boys. And when they were little, they played Little League. So I'm super, super excited. I was actually hunting photos earlier because I want this to be a totally completed project when I'm done. And the way my scrapbook pages, the way I feel that they're completed is when I have my photos on them, because they come to life. And then when I show them at my class, I get to show off a page or two that I've actually completed for those 29 and 31 years of my children's life. But I'm not that far behind. Okay, this one now I want to cut out the flag or the banner in the middle. And so I have taken that whole sheet that I showed you earlier and just cut a bunch of these pieces out and cut them from the paper. And then all I have to do is do a quick scissor trim. So on one of these, I was actually able, let me show you this. This is really funny. I was able to take this one that says Happy Day and cut this out. And then I cut out this piece and I actually put them, I was going to say stitched them together, but I actually taped them together and made that flag. So your pieces aren't necessarily wasted. I cut this out, and I pieced them together. I think I had to cut a little bit here, but isn't that cool? So let's just use that piece. It's already cut. I know it's blue, but it's all right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine because all the pieces are underneath it, and I'll pull it up a little higher so it won't be too dark. Alrighty, so when I glue this down, because my picture is going to go on here, I don't want any glue here. And I did glue it down flat because I have a little bit of my embellishments and they're a little thicker, and I don't want to have my pages to be too thick. So I'm really only going to put the glue down the center, because afterwards I'm going to tuck this under and I'm going to tuck the other yellow piece under as well. So let's just put the glue in the middle, and that'll be able to keep me so that I can just slide those photos in when they're ready to go. This isn't going to go anywhere. So we're going to bring this up right about there. Oh, so cute. Bring it over a little bit. And then I can take this one and glue it in. I do want to be careful not to get too much glue down there, so I'll push that up a little bit more. Excuse me. And then maybe I won't push it down until I put my picture on it. So this one can go underneath. I had so much fun playing with these. That can go like that. And then that one can go like that. So I just won't press down because I think I did get a little bit of glue there. Cute. And then lastly, I want to take my little tags or tickets. So these little tickets die. This is the exact, I can't get it apart. This is the exact size. And so you get 6 that'll die cut. It's one big long piece. You'll get 6 that'll cut out. So you can, I literally tore them so that you have that frayed little look like a ticket, like a real ticket. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue underneath. Slide it under. Oops. Don't move, everybody. Stay still. And then that piece can come down. And then on this one, I'm going to take a piece off because I only need a little bit on the bottom. And then that one can go right over the top. And then I can hide that glue that I just messed up there. Make it go more like that. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Okay, now my question to you is, no, I'll do the next page and then I'm going to put all the pictures on and show you how it will all come alive. Okay, so, oops, I forgot to put my yellow piece on here. So that's what's going to go on next. Then that page will be done. I thought it looked like it was missing something. So this piece is going to go on here. And I do have my pieces of twine cut. What I did was I cut out the poppy and the blue, and these are going to wrap around and then tape around the back. I copied this from a card that my friend sent me. And then this will just wrap around the back. And I don't mind using tape. I find that the Scotch tape is actually going to hold it, and I don't have to worry about it coming apart. You can also use like a glue dot or something like that. But that worked very well for me. Then what I did was I took, and again, I'll show you guys the card that I made, that somebody else made, and I took her pieces that she did on her card, that idea, and I used it on here. So then I took one of each one of the twine that comes in this suite. So it's the poppy white and the white, the navy and the evening evergreen. And then what she did was folded it in half. And then you're going to tuck it underneath. Let me see if I'm doing this in the right direction. Yes. So then that'll go like that. And then these are going to go inside there. Nope, I did them upside down. Darn it. Has to go this way. I did that when I first put it on too. So bring the loop down to the bottom and then put these through. And now you'll have that cool little knot to the front. And then that's just over here. So I thought this, excuse me, would make a really nice little, like a journaling block. And you can kind of fuss with it because I don't want all those colors to be the same, but I can mess with that later. And then this is simply going to get glued on. Again, it is kind of bulky and you can pop it up with dimensionals, but I just laid it flat. Might have been smarter to do dimensionals on there, but it's okay. Just bring that over. Okay, now that page is done. Other than my pictures, but I'm going to put that on last. So let's move this guy out of the way. And this is going to be our next page that we're going to work with. Oh my God, Candy. I forgot the bottom corner. Are you guys saying all of that in there? Because I cannot see my words. Let's do the bottom corner. I'm so excited to get this, to show you guys this, that I'm just losing my mind. Okay. So pop this out. All right. So with the, let me see where I can put this so you can see. Da, 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 da. With this, I had to cut out 2 of these. So I have obviously one that's green, one that's yellow. And what I found to be easier was to take, I actually used one of our retired punches, but it's a circle. You can use even just a piece of cardstock behind it, but it fit it perfectly. So I just used that and it made it really a lot easier to glue this on. To glue the inside on, I should say. So I just put this down like that. So I have a border and I'm going to just show you how I did both of them. And then this one, I cut another circle. Oops, it's a lot of glue. And then this is just going to pop on here. Scraps work great for this. Now what I need to do is just barely put any glue in here. Oh my goodness. Where is that? Let me clean off that tip. I want this to be clean. Nice and clean. There we go. And you're just going to dot a little bit of glue in there. Come on, don't be shy. There we go. You don't need much. Oh, that's a lot. And then all I'm going to do is drop in the opposite color. And it's so cute. This one will go here. And now I can use that for another, either a card, or I can use it for another page, because Lord knows I have a million scrapbook pages. I mean pictures to scrapbook. So this is the one we're going to use. And I will show you this one as soon as I pop that little center out of there. Oh. So I'm in Ohio, right in central Ohio, and we're expecting like an ice storm and snow. At least that's the last update I heard. Okay, so this, excuse me, this piece is going to come down here. This one I am going to pop up because it just makes so much more sense. And my dimensionals, aha, right here. But before I do that, I want to take the tickets and put them on underneath. So I die cut out these little tickets, and they're just popped out of the this one. They're just popped up out of the from the die. And I have a blue one here, and that one has 3. And then what I want to do is glue these onto the back, because they're going to stick out, but I want to make sure that I don't put the dimensional in the wrong spot. So let's go with the blue. First, then the red, and I want that tear mark out there like that. And then a little bit pop of yellow, bumblebee. And then this one will go right there. My dimensional. Yay! Oh my gosh. Well, that's going to be up higher than I wanted. So I wanted it to be down more. Turn, twist, and stay. Okay, and then this can go right here. Oh, look at it, I did them upside down because I had it backwards. But who cares? It still looks cute. Okay, now this page is done, except for my photos. So next, I'm going to start on this page. So you guys, this one has quite a bit of stuff on it, but everything again is already cut except for that piece, I think. So it should zip through, but let me show you what I did. So on here, and I take all those pieces off. On here, I cut out these 3 little pieces, and I know that from top to bottom, they're 3 7/8, and there's 3 of them. And then this one side to side is 3 inches. And I did that so that it gave a little pop when you put the pictures on, that it's not just one solid color, because then I lost all of my blue. Super cute. All right, so let's get this going. We're going to start off with doing those pieces. And again, this is vanilla cardstock. And it just looked so good with this paper. And I'm just going to come in and give it a wee bit of space there. And then I find it really much easier when I'm doing something like this is to go, oh Lord, to go top and bottom and then put in your center. And then I live very close by the fire station. I don't know if you can hear them going down the street. Oh no, that was a policeman. Okay, then I'm going to put that one right there. Okay, now for the DSP, it's going to just line up, and again, just a little bit of space. And I do have a card to show you too, but the card's already done. I'm not going to make it. I knew this would take me some time, but it's just a cute fold and a cute card. I have boys, and you know, the industry, I talk about this a lot, but the industry is a very, very feminine, where most everything is flowers, and boy, that does not look straight. I think my first piece here is crooked, but it's all right. I'll just tilt my head and I can see it. All right. So the next thing I want to do is I have a piece of this cute little stars and bumblebee color, but it also has the bats on the back. And so I wanted this pop of color right about here. And then I'm going to use a 4x6 piece of cardstock. And I'm going to just come right up to the edge. Yeah, right about there. And then this piece will come over. So I need to lay it out so I can kind of see more of where that's going to go. So let's put this piece down first, and then I'll lay my cardstock on it. And then I can't wait to show you all the pictures. Gosh, I don't even know how old Jonathan was in most of these, or Anthony. Okay. Looks good. And then we'll put this on. And I love cropping and cropping down my photos. I know a lot of people don't like to do that, but it really gives you a lot more space on your board or on your page. Your board. I was doing sports boards today too. But on your page, it gives you so much more room to add stuff. All right, so this little guy is going to come down here, and it'll come right at the bottom and overlap just a smidge, because we have to build up that center. La la la. Right about there. That looks sporty. And then we have our hat. I already die cut that out for you. And then I'm going to just simply use a few of our dimensionals. Pop that up. Super cute. I do want to make sure, see, that's going to lay right. I don't want a dimensional here because I want to make sure that my photo will fit underneath. So if you have your pictures, of course, go ahead and build it with your photos. But I actually, a lot of times, will do my layout and then fill the pictures in. It's whatever works best. Everybody has kind of their own way of doing it. Okay, so now that's on there. We're going to use our green evergreen cardstock. And what I did was I ran it through the brick and mortar 3D embossing folder. And I've already done that. I wanted to show it to you because that's super cool. This is going to come underneath that and go right to the edge. And then I can lay that back down. So again, I want to make sure I don't get glue here, or if it's overlapping this photo, so I want to stay away from my edges. And that is super simple to do because you don't need all of that filled in. So this will come right about there. Oh my God. Can you guys see how this is all coming together? Well, you already saw the major part, but it's so cool. Alrighty, now we've got the big giant ticket. This is one of my favorite dies. Isn't that cool? Can you think of any other, like maybe if your kids played hockey or your relatives, any of your family members played hockey and you went to any of their sporting things during high school or college or wrestling or anything like that. My youngest was a wrestler, and I have a lot of pictures of him wrestling over the years. So that could be kind of a fun page. Because really, it could be any sport. It could, like I said, concerts or yeah, just use your imagination, right? Okay, so this is a die. I'll show you what this one looks like, because this one, hopefully that's gonna, now that I have glue everywhere, lift up this piece again and get that glued on to the bottom. So this die is really cool. It's just gives it a little bit of texture, probably for the baseball, like baseball texture, but it's, you get 2 of them and they're shaped like the little arrow there. So you can just add some texture onto your piece. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and glue this down. And my poor little hat, it'll be fine, I promise. No hats were injured in the making of this page. So we'll put that down. I did cut some of this other DSP and I wanted to just fill it in right there to give it a little more texture as well. And then this design that has the stripes is what I also used on those tickets. So that was pretty cool. All right, so we have that, we have that. The Admit one. Let's see if I have one of those in here. I have a yellow one done, so I'm just gonna pop it up with yellow so we don't have to die cut anything. So what I did was I went ahead and took my dimensionals and popped it up, and then I'm going to glue the little tickets on before I glue it all the way down. So we have our stars, we have our poppy, and then we have our Night of Navy. And that one can be a little bit longer. And then these pieces will just get hidden underneath the Admit one. It'll look like a little pocket. So willy-nilly, put that up there. Oops, it wants to slide now. And then we're gonna add on a little bit of our red, our poppy, get a little more color, twist it, and some Night of Navy. This is such a cute layout. You can use the layout for anything other than sports as well. I love finding a layout that I can use over and over and over. Then we're just gonna pop that up right over the top. Yay! What do you think so far? Do you think you like it? All right. The next thing I have to do is I'm going to use a green one because I already cut it out and pop this up. This again has some dimensionals. You guys, this paper is so fun because you can literally just have a whole, like I did, just cut a whole bunch of them out and just start picking and choosing which colors you want to go where. And you can make multiple. You can, if you're not a big scrapbooker, you can make multiple cards. It's so cute. Okay, and then we're gonna pop this up. Make sure those don't stick onto anything. There we go. I don't want that hitting my picture, so I'm gonna move it back a little bit. There, now my picture will slide right under. And then lastly, we just have the little hooray. Now I had stamped and cut out a bunch earlier, so I'm just going to use this one. Oh, that's white. This was done on vanilla. So this one's gonna have a lot of yellow, but that's all right. And I'm gonna have to move that down a little bit. So we just tear it off and put it in again, right? That works. There, I don't want it to be in the way of my hooray. So now I'm gonna just pop this up with a couple dimensionals. We're almost ready for some pictures. I hope you guys are loving this. When it's all done, I'll have all the measurements on my website. I will also have a new host code for February listed on there. I printed it out, but you know what? It's across the room. I'm not going to go get it for you right now. So you guys can always order anytime, 24/7, candystampers.com. Okay. Yay. Now I have to look at this. The only thing missing are the embellishments. So Stampin' Up! Has this really cute package of resin stars. And it's the same colors, the poppy, the evergreen, bumblebee, and the night of navy. So we're going to just pop some of those up here. And then we're going to put the photos on. And you're going to see my pages come to life. That's the best part when you're a scrapbooker. They all will come to life. Okay, and I'll put this here. And then a little blue one. I'm copying my other page. Okay, and then this page, my first page, had them on. Let's see. I had just a big, giant blue one. Oops, that is blue. I think I better do red. Big, giant red one. Right about there. Okay, what do you think? Thumbs up? Yay! You guys, I have a lot of my past Facebook Lives are on my YouTube channel. Please go to my YouTube channel, Candy Michael, Independent Demonstrator, and like my page and subscribe so I can get more subscribers and you can like more of my videos. Thanks. Okay, let me go ahead and bring out the pictures because this is the best part of a scrapbooking page. So on this page, I found some old photos of my sons when they were young. So I have a dugout page. And then this is a 4x6 mat, and I have already cut it down 1/4 inch smaller. So you're going to see that it's going to just tuck right underneath there and fit. So let me get some glue on there. Don't need a lot. I don't mean to put on a lot of glue either. And then it's going to just slide under. And you guys can obviously put these together before. You know, you could put your pictures on your mats beforehand. It would probably make more sense. But it was just more fun for me to show you with the mats without the pictures on them. Okay, now it's time to stand up. Make sure these are straight. There we go. And I do usually not like to use the glossy photos because I don't want the fingerprints. That's all right. And then this was, so Jonathan is my older son. And then there's a couple pictures in here of Anthony. And he was so little here. I'm going to have to, I have the date on the pack of photos. And I can't remember when it was and how. It's over there on my table. But I kind of glanced at it. And then from walking across the room to here, I forgot. So that never happens to any of you, does it? This is my youngest, and my husband was a coach. So this is a very old photo, and it's just, oh, I just cherish my pictures. Cherish them and continue to take them. My kids don't argue with me anymore. Mom, just smile. Smile and say cheese. You know I want pictures. All right. And then, guess who's the first one that wants to see their pictures? Yep, they are. Can I see those pictures you took when I was playing baseball? So funny. Okay, there's page number 1. It's kind of hard to see with all the reflections on it. So now it's coming to life. Later I'll go back and journal in my own time. So there's page number 1, and then we have page number 2. I'm just looking because I'm going to mixing them up with my sample, my other sample one. Okay, so now I have my last set of pictures. These were really fun to come and play with. So I have, again, this is my Jonathan, and he's up to bat. And I can slide that. Oops, that was my footstool I just kicked over. So, I hope I cut enough off of this one. But you know what? It already has glue on it, so I didn't, and it's going to stay just like that. I forgot to trim that one. I think I trimmed the other ones. I know I did. Maybe not. Maybe not on this one either. Oh, but you won't know that because it gets tucked under there. Or I have switched them, but that's all right. It's all good. It's all just, you know, it's fun. And who's going to ever know that? Mom, look, you forgot to trim this photo. And if they do, I'll just laugh and say, yep, that sounds like something I would do. Okay, and then this was really fun. Jonathan was a pitcher, and I took several photos. And I just laid them right across the top. Oh, that light's right on there. But that's all right. What do you guys think? Does it make you want to pull out your scrapbooking stuff and get started? Or continue? You know, everybody's talking about this big snowstorm. And tomorrow, I don't know. I have things to do to prepare for class, but it sure does sound like fun to just pull out more pictures and scrapbook some more. Because I had to dig through boxes of photos to find these. And I was so happy I did because this was my plan all week. And of course, I waited till the last minute to pull out the pictures. But here's my layout. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys love these. And I know they're so special to me because they're my kids. But let me see what this looks like when I put this underneath, and maybe the light won't be as bad. So you can see the 2-page. Hello, George. So we have the 2-page here, and then I think you can see everything on it. So I hope you guys like that. Let me show you one simple card that I did. And again, everything will be on... all of the measurements will be on my website, candystampers.com, and you'll be able to see those there. So here's a very, very simple card. Actually, Marcia made it, and we just added a little bit of color to it. So it's a fun fold. So we used the ticket die, and, well, I didn't do a very good job on the inside. I stamped the inside. I was in a hurry. But you're amazing. But look at how cute and simple this is. I love this fold. I've done so many cards with this particular fold, and it's just different, fun and different. And the inside should have been vanilla. In case any of you caught that, I just caught that. But I hope you love it. I hope you love these scrapbook pages. Again, all of the measurements will be on my website. As soon as I'm done here, I'm typing them all in. So thank you so much for joining me today and joining my live. And I hope you will look up this bundle because it's a treasure to have. I can just picture me doing all sorts of fun things with more of my photographs. Thanks again. I will see you next week. Those of you here in Ohio, stay warm, stay safe, stay inside, and enjoy the weather as it passes us by. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Have a wonderful week. And I'll see you next Wednesday at 4:11 for some more 411 and Stampin' Fun. Thanks. Bye for now.